Hello, everyone. Hello, Rosie. Hello, Goosty.
Hi.
Hi.
My Stardew isn't capturing.
No.
It was working before. No, don't capture Spotify. Hello? Hello?
Whoa.
Sorry,
What
I'm
should
having
we do
issues.
today? There we go.
I have many smallmouth basses.
There we go. Thank you for the bounce, Rosie. Okay, everything's all good. Where is he? Where is he?
What?
Iris redeemed something and it didn't work.
Oh
no.
There he is.
Are you sure about that?
Hi, Rosie. I'm finally playing the game. Yeah, welcome on in, everyone. Welcome, Iris. It's good to see you. Thank you for shouting out Goosty and Rosie.
Thank you. I'm stuffing my face with hot dog. Please don't mind me.
Enjoy. Have the plants been watered today?
I watered them.
Yes.
Are you sure about that?
Okay, cool. What?
Thank you, Goosey.
Why did he play again? Thank you for the hydrate, Iris. I will do that.
He's here to stay.
John Cena forever and ever.
Yay, Goosey!
Yay, Goosty.
Oh.
Why is my... Okay, there we go. That was weird.
My pickaxe is ready.
Oh boy, mail. It is pretty.
Pretty. I am so happy that I have a computer now. I can play Stardew naturally now without like slowing down.
That's so exciting.
Yay!
Oh, a cauliflower. Does anyone need a cauliflower for anything?
I'm good.
What
No,
about
I'm
you?
good. You can keep it if you want.
I'll probably sell it.
Okay.
Yeet. You could use a cauliflower, Iris. Okay, come here. I'll give you a cauliflower.
There's a horseradish. Radish.
Randich. You.
Need the horse randage.
Oh, okay. I think I need to go to the mines. Rectangles.
Rectangle.
Rectangle.
Rectangle. I wonder if your mini mod or your mod for a bot is gonna bonk me if I put the link in there.
Like to a clip?
To the clip of rectangle.
If it's a clip, it shouldn't bonk you, but I honestly don't know. It's one way to find out.
We're gonna try YouTube because that's the only place that I know where it is.
Okay.
Does anyone know where Jody is?
Let me check the map.
Where do you live? Oh, you're right here.
Oh, okay.
Come in. No, the door's not open.
Hold on.
Oh wait, I need to fight. Oh yeah, Rosie got bonked.
Wait, no, I didn't. Oh wait.
It just shows up as stars for me.
Ah. I was able to post the whole link.
No, it's just
I'm not like timed down or anything.
It's not showing up in my chat. That's weird.
Okay.
Oh, slime. I need to fight you. Got him.
Oh, by the way, reminder. We're collecting, what's it called? The, like, upgrade of, like, a branch. Hardwood?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're collecting that, and we have a chest for it right next to the entrance. Or not entrance. You know what I mean.
Okay.
It's a purple chest. So, if you find any
Yeah.
hardwood, put it in there.
Okay. Stardew audio is desynced? The hell? Really?
Wait, I can check. Hold on.
Hold on, let me... Hold on. I think I know what the issue is.
Oh, okay.
Oh
If you
shit,
know of
hold
the
on.
issues, it's fine.
Hold on, I'm about to die in Stardew Valley.
No!
Oh,
I need to fix it in a second.
What the no?
Oh, worms! I
Okay.
just completely... Wait. What? Dang it. Is someone close to, like, the bus?
I
That has
am.
their, like... That has, like, their tilling tool?
Yeah.
I need it. There's worms right here. I'm scared to go back.
E. Wait, did you lose your hoe?
No, it's in my chest.
Ah,
Okay. Let me know how the audio is now, Iris.
it's just
Sad.
clay.
Okay. Sad. Thank you,
Sag.
Yusu. I'll go get it.
Slime. Still desynced? What the hell?
Emily, where you at?
The hell? I don't know how to fix that.
Is it the hoe?
Oh?
That... Yeah. Yeah, it
E.
is. Yeah.
I got an Emily cutscene.
Cutscene, yay.
I'm in her dreams. I'm the dream goo.
Restart the capture. That's what I did, and it didn't work. Nope. Nope, what?
Do you
I
need
guess
to
it's still not
refresh
like...
Katja?
Do I need to refresh what?
Do you need to refresh the cache or something?
I don't know. Spooky! My friend Spogy is here. Everyone say
Spooky.
hi, Sporgy.
Hello, Spooky.
Hello.
Welcome, friend. It's good to see you. I'm having some audio issues. I don't know why. How are you doing, friend? I hope you're doing well. I'm playing Stardew Valley with my friends Goosty and Rosie.
Yee.
Yeah, I don't know how to fix it. I'm sorry. Hopefully it's
I mean,
tolerable.
if it's not too distinct, I guess it's fine, but hopefully it's fine.
It's tolerable? Okay.
Oh, okay, good.
It's been so long since I've been able to catch a stream. Yeah. Well, we're happy to have you. Oh. Oh my god. The bugs.
Buggies.
But yeah, we're always happy to have you, Sporky. Audio sounds fine on your end? Okay, well, maybe it's an Iris issue. I'm sorry, Iris.
Ugh.
Let me refresh. Okay.
I got paintings. Ooh.
Paint things.
I'm putting them all over the place. Even
Spade,
behind the
welcome on in.
fireplace.
Welcome on in. Hope you're having a good day today.
I just remembered something.
Oh?
Oh, I'm sad. We didn't. I didn't say that we were streaming now on Twitter.
That's okay.
Oh,
Hold on. Now streaming. Alright.
Oh boy, I level up.
can I bonk the big rocks? No. Dang it.
Dang it. I love this game so much. I'm so excited to play it every week. Or every 2 weeks.
Yeah, I know. It's like the highlight of my week.
Yeah. Having a good day, like the LGBTQ plus hearts in the back. Thank you. I have a bunch of my squeaky chair. I have a bunch of pride things hanging out behind my friends.
Oh yeah. I don't look at your overlays too closely, so I just realized it.
That's okay. I may be getting some new overlays soon.
Ooh. Eyes emoji.
Eyes emoji.
Eyes emoji.
How the fuck did Twitch desync only one audio source on my end? I have no idea.
Twitch
Oh,
be
a
like
blue
that.
sign. Yeah, we love Twitch. I love Stardew, love to watch it. I love everything about Stardew, except the combat.
Perhaps one day we will have a shield. One
Oh.
day.
Maybe one day. I need to get back to work on those. Well, take your time, Iris. I'm not really in a rush.
Does anyone have a horseradish? I'm trying to find one. I can't find it.
I had one earlier, but I sold it. I got another chicken statue.
All hail the chicken.
Oh,
I
hell.
don't think I have a horseradish, sorry.
It's fine. I mean, I still have mine anyway, so I wasn't expecting that. I needed one.
Resource management games, my beloved. True. Farming sim games, my beloved. Stardew is an objectively good game. I'm not a huge fan, but I like watching others have fun and playing it. That's fair. I get that. I'm like that with a lot of games. Like games that I don't really enjoy playing, but I like watching.
I
Like-
like multiplayer of it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because it's kind of like a bonding exercise.
That's really neat, Sporgy. Your job is so cool.
Strawberry. Come in. When does the task end? Oh, it's 2 days, okay.
I wonder if I do have a horseradish. I'm not seeing one.
Yeah, I went around the town. I was trying to find one. I just couldn't.
Where should I put my
Although-
bomb?
There was one area I didn't check, so it might be there. I'm not sure.
It's so
All
dark
the way
in my house.
through.
Oh. There we go.
I'm not tired. It's a lie.
In real life or in the game?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real.
Feel that.
Go, Stardew Goo, go. You
Run.
could go faster this. I know you can.
Yeah, I can't find that. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
It's bedtime.
Sleepy time junction.
Bedtime.
Junction. Do 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 do.
Ooh, money.
Hydration. Hydration.
Oh, today is Pierre's birthday. And the
Ooh.
traveling merchant is here. Oh, and
Oh.
we got cauliflower.
Rice. It's unmilled rice.
What do I want to do today? Oh, I gotta go to the Adventurers Guild.
Kick their butt.
Yeah. Do I have any gifts for Pierre? I don't really want to give him anything.
Mood. Very big mood.
Gonna give him
I don't even know who Pierre
slime.
is.
He's the guy who owns the shop.
Oh, by
The
the way, I
general
found
store.
it.
The horseradish?
Yeah,
Nice.
Oh.
I am completely out of it today.
Me too. It's okay.
Who is Jody again?
Is she the...
Okay, Blue House.
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
Hi. I might have to look up her like schedule or something because I don't know where she is.
Do we need a coconut for anything? Or- Let me check.
I have a feeling we might, but I'm not for sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Oh yeah,
Yes,
we do.
need a coconut.
Okay, I'll buy a few from the traveling merchant.
Okay.
Or just one.
Oh, okay. I just need to wait.
Take care, Iris. Have a good lurk, friend. Thank you for
Bye,
stopping by.
Iris. Broken CD. What's that? Don't just sell it. What?
I think you can put it in the recycling machine and get something out of it.
Okay.
Like a crafting material.
Okay. Who are you? Oh, you're Jody. Okay. Here you go. Do we have a recycling machine yet?
I'm pretty sure we do. By the furnaces, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that then. Do you just need the trash or do you need like something else?
I think it's just the trash.
Okay.
Where the heck does this one go?
Yeah. Oh, the brown thing.
The brown thing?
The brown thing by the furnaces.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
recycling
yes.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oog.
Oh, we need to wire the football. Find quartz.
Worms. Prehistoric skull. Ooh. That's for the museum. I'll go do that.
Do we need refined quartz for like a package or anything?
I don't
Or a
think so,
bundle?
but you can use it to make something.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just put it in my chest for now.
Yeah, good plan.
I feel like as time goes on, I'm getting better at Stardew.
Good.
Nice. Rosie, pro gamer.
I'm upgrading my skills. I'm getting better. I'm being more useful. Upgrade shop store thing.
I hear someone digging in the garbage.
That's me.
Don't get caught.
There wasn't anyone around, don't worry.
I honestly thought it was Goosty.
Oi, why me? Hmm?
Because
I
the
feel
amount of
like
times I see, like,
Look, a goose gotta
Sebastian
do what a
caught
goose gotta
Goosty.
do.
Oh yeah.
You know what?
Wait,
Fair.
I almost did it in front of a resident. Oops.
I respect the hustle.
What's it even mean if they see you digging in the trash? Do they just not like you for that?
They're like, ew, you nasty.
Food is food. Thank you very
Ew,
much.
you nasty, and just moves on with their lives.
Exactly.
Oh, excuse me.
Pickaxe. I like pickaxe. Wait, what do I need to upgrade now? I want to upgrade my axe thingy, but I don't know if I can.
Oh.
Upgrade. Oh no, I can't.
How much money does
What?
it cost to upgrade again?
Depends on the tool.
I think it's like
Okay.
3,000?
Oh, I keep spending my money.
If it's copper, it's roughly 2,000, and then if it's like steel, it's
Oh.
5,000.
Okay.
Ah.
I say like, even though I'm like right there looking at it.
That's fine.
I got a magnet ring.
Yeah, I'm gonna upgrade my axe.
I'm married now.
A bat.
That was extremely random.
I'm married to a magnet.
Why? What do you find
Congrats.
in the magnet?
I got a magnet ring.
Oh.
They proposed to me. It was a
I
rough time.
thought you were just like random magnet. I like this magnet.
No.
I guess there's a
I've
lot of
never seen this
attraction there.
magnet. But,
Matcha!
I'm sorry.
Matcha!
yeah, you got me with the dad jokes. You got me.
Ah! Ah!
These bats. Get out of here. Only one.
Hi, slime, die.
Best bat. Pat.
Oh, hi.
Hello. I finally killed the slime. I got a wooden mallet.
Are you guys both in the mines?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't go with the mines too. I need to get copper.
I almost attacked you, Goosty. You scared me.
Oi! I'm not like other slimes. The slime is your friend.
Yeah, she's not like other slimes. She's more soupy than the rest.
Oi!
I'm sorry, the opportunity presented itself.
Just you wait. One of these days, I'm gonna have a little smack. Or actually, I have a smack sound, but I'm gonna advance it one day. So that way a hand comes out of your screen and it smacks you.
Good luck. Good luck making it.
I found the ladder.
Hey.
Ladder.
Ad break starting in 1 minute. I still need to set up my timer so that it notifies people in chat when that happens.
I need to figure out how to change whenever ads play on whenever I stream. Because it's always like after the first 3 minutes, like, oh, okay, we're gonna do an ad.
That's annoying.
It is.
Twitch ads are so annoying.
I don't understand how to change it.
Found the ladder.
Hardwood.
Hardwood.
Ooh.
Alright, go.
Oh.
Aquamarine.
Oh, I'm running low on energy.
I have bread. You may take a bread.
As a treat.
Yes. Let me smack this slime first.
Alright, can I eat the winter root? Oh, I can eat that. I have 2 of them.
Oh,
Take the bread.
Okay, I take the
sorry.
bread.
oh, found the stairs. We're good.
Thank you for the bread.
Yes.
Chomp.
There we go. There we go.
Get his ass.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
I just came over and Rosie's like swinging his sword for her life.
I don't know what to do with it other than just swinging it. Is there any technique to it?
I don't know, it was just really funny to see. I'm sorry for bully.
Much. Why do you like bullying me so?
I'm so sorry.
It's fine. You're fine. I feel heartbreak.
No.
Oh, stairs. I'm just gonna keep going down because it's getting late.
Oh yeah, it's midnight.
Yeah.
Oh.
Time to go.
Oh, stairs.
I need the coal. I need the coal. They didn't drop any coal.
I got it. We're at 50 now.
Woohoo.
Yay! Boots.
I should have gone with you guys, damn.
You're fine.
Oh well. I want to
There's
go
a
to
chest.
bed.
It's fine.
Run like the wind.
Oh no.
Yeah. Good luck.
Please no. I just got my mallet.
Who's better closest? I don't even know.
I have no idea.
It might be mine.
If so,
Let us
I'm
in,
stealing your bed.
matcha. Let us in. Surprise sleepover.
Yay!
Yay.
Oops.
Oh, we're so close to dying.
In the morning, I'm making waffles.
So how do y'all like your eggs?
Right.
Soft boiled
Nice.
or
Ooh.
hard boiled. I forget. The one where you get a whole egg and then you boil it in water and then it turns into a mush.
Poached? Or
Ooh.
do you mean like boiled?
Yeah, it's boiled.
Okay.
It's like hard boiled or soft boiled. I forget. It's one of the two. Cabbage. I like cabbage.
Do you want some?
Good, the strawberries
Please.
are done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Each of
You-
us can take 3, and then someone can take one
You
more.
want some cauliflower?
Okay.
Yes, please.
So we can each take 3.
Yeah.
Hey
Okay.
Jacques, welcome on in. Good to see you, friend. I hope you're doing well.
Hey, Jacques.
Hi, Jack.
Ah, dang, I should have kept the strawberries.
Cool. We'll keep. Oh, hardwood. Hardwood. There we go. We have 3 now. That wing. Oh, I can donate stuff. Nice.
Doing good. I'm glad to hear it. Doing a little model work for myself. Ooh, I can't wait to see what you do. I love your models. I'm doing okay. How are the Goosty and the Rosie doing?
Ooh.
Good. How long have we been sleeping? Oh, I don't know why I said sleeping. How long have we been streaming for?
36 minutes.
Okay. Wanted to check. Don't know how long we're going for.
Yeah, we're all pretty sleepy today.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm early. That's okay.
Did
It might be like
people-
a shorter Stardew.
Did anyone
Yeah.
water the strawberries?
No.
No,
Okay.
I forgot. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I couldn't tell with the marks underneath the crops.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell either.
There they are. Now they're watered.
I got the bowl, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Do you just... So when you have, like, boots left over, do you just sell them now?
I don't know if you can sell
Oh, wait,
them.
you can't. You can't. Never mind.
Yeah,
How-
yeah, I wish you could.
What do you do with them, then?
Oh, I just got a great reward from the museum.
Nice.
Um,
Um...
yeah, I just store them in a chest and forget about it.
Oh, okay.
Wait. It's Emily's
Okay.
birthday!
What?
Ah!
It is Emily's birthday.
Oh.
I need the emerald! My wife!
My wife. Oh,
I
hi.
don't even know what... Hi. I don't know what Haley likes. I'll only give presents to Haley and that's it.
That's fair.
Haley,
Because everything else I can just sell.
I think she likes tropical stuff like coconuts.
That sounds
Really?
right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm coming, wife.
Oh, wrong shop. Museum. I have something to donate for once.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Yay. Oh, okay. Oh, I love it.
I think we got the same thing.
Wife is home. I give wife emerald.
I love him so much. Yay, Ghosty.
Yee. She is
Yee.
halfway to being my wife. Oh,
Let's go.
I have a cutscene. Hello, Emily. Oh, it's when she gets the burb.
Oh. Oh
I
I
god.
like Burp.
I'm in a cave and it's infested with bats.
Oh no. I heard you talking smack about them.
They did. Oh shit, oh fug. Oh my god, there's so many. And they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming. Oh, there we go.
Ooh. Hematite.
Ooh. I got the perfect place.
I got a bear.
Yes,
I
the
got-
bear.
I got big bear.
Yeah, the bear. I love bear.
I love him.
Yes. And I have a singing
him.
stone. This is the best day of my life. At least until I can propose to the Emily.
I'm gonna research what Emily likes real quick. Wait, Emily? Wait, no, Haley.
Oi.
Wait,
Oi.
Oh,
I'm
careful.
confused. What's the blonde hair girl's name?
Haley.
Yeah.
Right.
Coincidentally, though, they are sisters.
Oh. Well.
Yes.
Stardew Valley. Likes. Haley gives. Okay. Oh, you're right. Yeah, coconut. And then a lot of like food seasonal stuff. And a lot of flowers too.
Do not
Okay.
worry. We shall make Haley your wife
Thank you.
Yes.
before the year is over.
I guess I can just give her like daffodils and flowers right now.
Bubbles. Bubble, bubble, bubble.
Oh. Oh, I do have daffodils. I just need to find where Haley is. Daffodil. Yep. Okay. Daffodil. Okay. But where does Haley live? I am like narrating my life. I'm so sorry.
It's
You are
okay.
okay. She lives next to Jody.
Oh, okay.
Fuck. I've
I
gotta
didn't
get the
stream
fuck out of here.
Monday. I didn't stream Monday. I feel like I need to talk.
I feel that, honestly. Oh.
What's the command name? Hold on. Or did you delete it? Oh, what command is it?
What? What command?
What was it? Hold on. You had it somewhere. I know that.
What?
Where is
What does it do?
Oh,
Ah, yes. The strike.
Hmm.
Although
there we go.
I think the strike is over. I'm not
They're
sure
preparing-
though.
They're preparing another one on the 18th. It's gonna be a little bit different though.
Okay.
Mm. I think they made some progress somewhere. I forget where I saw it though.
Yeah, I think they did, which
Yeah,
is
they
great.
said. Yeah.
I think the only thing I really remember is Starbucks lost like $12 billion.
Good.
Ooh, yay. Haley, where are you? Haley. Oh, Haley, found you. Here you go. Sorry it took so late. Thank you.
Hello, Penny.
I think I know who I'm
Okay.
gonna move in with.
Who?
I don't know if you guys know about them. You know, how much do you guys know about the sewers?
Oh,
Absolutely zero.
you gonna marry the Glorbo?
Yeah,
Glorbo.
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 I'm excited to find out what that means.
You'll see.
Crystal.
Right click it.
Ding!
E. Also, I
Ding.
stole these torches from the mine.
Nice.
Mhm. As you should.
Yeah, they don't need them.
Exactly. The only
They have
people
night
there
vision.
are us.
Yeah, nothing is open right now, so I can just sleep.
I'm gonna clear up a tiny bit more of this area.
I'm fishing.
Fishing, 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 fishing. Um,
You guys have plans for Christmas?
I'm not streaming! Yay!
Yippee!
Yay! Relaxation time.
Yeah.
I am graduating college.
Big yippee!
Yay!
That's so
Yay.
exciting.
It
Seriously?
is, but I've been looking for jobs and no one is responding to me.
Oh no.
Oh.
Sad.
I know that feeling. I'm so sorry.
Mayhaps it'll change. Mayhaps.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Don't you graduate like tomorrow or something?
Friday.
Right.
Ooh! Hell yeah. Big brain goose.
So this week, yay!
Kitty. They got in my bed. The baby.
Beep,
Yippee.
beep, beep. Whoa. Whatever that
I
sound was scared me.
Oh, my chair, probably.
Oh, I got a sprinkler. I also have a mayonnaise machine.
Delicious.
I still want to go just mayonnaise.
I think we have to get goats first, right? Or is it just...
No, you need chickens.
Oh, yeah.
Right. We need to make a goal to get the farm.
How do you get the farm?
You have to talk to Robin to get an upgrade.
Oh,
Yeah.
I haven't talked to Robin once, I don't think. Well, I talked to her
Mood.
like once, but that's it.
Let me see if I have the stuff to build a coop.
Okay.
Oh, I just looked up Stardew Valley Cop instead of coop.
Cop.
Oh, I forgot I have an ancient seed.
Wait.
I'm gonna donate it.
Worm, you're not. You know what? I'm not complaining. I got ore, copper ore.
Building cost 4,000 gold.
4,000 gold. Any
Oh,
materials that you need?
300 wood and 100 stone.
I'm only
Okay.
700 away from the cost.
Okay.
I
So we can
have
just gather.
enough stone, and I've like almost 200 wood.
You can
Okay.
use some of my wood from my chest.
I don't
Oh,
have enough
nice.
money.
Okay.
I got you. If you give me like
Oh, I'm
one
the one
or
going this
two
way.
more days, then I should be able to pay for it.
Okay. I
How
will
much more
put
do you need?
700.
Okay.
Oh, cutscene.
Which I shall take care of via fishing.
Oh, this. Do you guys want bats or mushrooms for the cave on the farm?
Oh.
Ooh. Well, mushrooms would be good for some of the bundles, but how many bundles need it?
I
I'm gonna
don't
just
know.
look online and be like,
Oh wait, the bats give you fruit.
Yeah.
oh, right.
Bats.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Bats?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we no longer have to buy bread.
Bat
Yay.
time. Bat time.
I'm just outside Haley's door being like, open up, I have a flower.
More rice is ready. There's only 2 of them though. I already took one earlier.
Okay.
Should we all just take one?
Wait, where is the rice?
It's next to the strawberries.
Oh. Oh, I need a scythe. Okay, I just took one.
Okay.
So there's
And
one
then
left.
I'll get mine afterwards.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I keep talking over people. I don't mean to.
It's okay. What do I want to do today? I think.
Hello.
Hello. I think I'll go fishing.
Hey, yo, I was thinking the same thing.
Yo.
Man, I love fishing.
Oh, I should put on a hat that says that. Hold on.
Yes, do it.
You. Okay, so I have like a pretty big question. For gifts, like you're only able to give like 2 per week, right? Or is it like every day?
I don't remember.
I know you do have a limit for how many you could give
Yeah.
a week. I think it is just 2 a week.
Okay.
Which is dumb.
Yeah.
Let me spoil people.
Want to speed run getting married.
Exactly. What's
Wait,
my
where is it?
reward, cowboy man? Ancient seeds! Yeah!
Ooh, hell yeah.
Yay! Wait, what does it mean?
It takes a big while for it to grow, but whenever it eventually does grow, you can sell the fruit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's always there, so long as the crow doesn't bite it or something.
Oh, okay.
I like
So
to... Sorry, go ahead.
to make sure I don't cut the wrong crop, is the rice is like the tall crop, right?
I think they're
It's like
both
next-
grown, because if you hover your mouse over it, it'll have a plus sign.
It doesn't have a plus sign on
Oh,
either one.
okay.
Yeah,
And
it
then
might not be ready.
Okay.
the other one will probably be ready tomorrow, though.
Okay, that's fine.
But who else is here?
It's me.
I hate refishing.
Man, I love fishing.
Man, I love fishing.
we need more crops eventually. Although we need to
Yeah.
wait. We need to probably wait until summer or summer.
Yeah, I think tomorrow's actually summer.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh. Oh, okay. Then yeah, we can just buy stuff tomorrow, or I can buy stuff tomorrow.
I think this does mean our strawberries die, though.
Sad.
Yeah. Oh. Reward time. Okay. Well, I have melon seeds already. And starfruit seeds, so
Oh yeah, I
just
think I
plant
have.
those.
I think I have those too. Oh, hi.
Hi, I'm getting only seaweed over here.
Oof. Do you want some bait?
I think I need the better fishing rod for
Oh,
that,
yeah.
which I can probably afford, so I should probably just do that, honestly. Oh, flounder. I hardly know her.
Flounder.
I just realized your hat.
You like
I
it?
was like, yeah. I was just realized what you guys were talking about. I was like, why is everyone talking about man? I love fishing.
Because, man, I love fishing.
Thanks, Goosey. You explained a lot.
Man, I love fishing.
Man, I love fishing.
Man, I also like fishing.
Oh no.
Wow.
Man, I don't love fishing. Please leave me alone.
You're not a true MILF.
Yes. I can live with that.
Fair enough.
Oh, I have Asian seeds too. Singing crystal, standing rectangle.
Willie is trying to fish
Rectangle.
through me. Also, sorry, my house phone is ringing.
It's fine.
For some reason, we still have one.
I was just about to ask that.
It's not my choice.
It
don't
is
pay-
okay.
I don't pay for it, so I don't care.
My other family members also still have theirs. I'm not really sure why.
Yeah, I have no idea why either. Like we all have cell phones, so I don't.
Yeah.
Why do you need a
Yeah.
house phone?
Oh, there. Okay. And then I just have a bunch of seeds. Considering that probably everyone has like a bunch of seeds in their chest, do we need to buy seeds still or no?
Well, we don't want to plant any of the summer ones yet. Because
Yeah.
I think no matter what, whenever the season is over, it like goes away.
No, I mean like in summer.
Yeah, in the summer.
I am so confused.
We can plant them tomorrow. We can plant them tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Plant them tomorrow. But do we need to buy seeds tomorrow also?
Yeah, because then they'll have the new seeds.
Yeah.
Oh, and then we need them for like bundles and stuff.
Yeah,
Mhm.
probably.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, how many do I need? Where? Oh, okay. So I need coal.
Was there anything we weren't able to finish? Oh, right, the green bean.
Yeah.
Mayhaps the trader will have it one day.
Mayhaps.
Oh no.
Mayhaps.
It's gonna take a while. Probably.
Hello.
Hello. Does anyone need furnaces for anything?
Not me.
Okay.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
think
steal
so.
all of them. Okay, I'm gonna steal all of them.
Go for it.
Cool. Because I need to make more for a axe.
Out of curiosity, how many seeds does everyone have? Just so we have an idea of how to set up the crops.
Yeah,
I'll
11.
go check.
I have 9 melon, 1 star fruit, and 1 ancient seed.
Yeah, I have the same as yours.
Ooh, okay. That'll be good for starting off then.
Yeah. I'm gonna check right now. I was not at the house.
It's no
You're good.
problem, yeah. You're good.
I keep getting freaking chicken statues.
Okay, I have 9 melon, 1 star fruit.
Okay,
Mm,
so we have a lot.
yeah.
Okay.
And if you stop by the museum tomorrow, you'll probably also get an ancient fruit.
Okay.
Do we
Oh,
want...
wait. That's how much. Okay.
Oh, wait. What's the sprinkle? Sprinkle, sprinkle.
Sprinkle,
Ooh.
sprinkle.
Okay, I can make sprinklers real quick.
I'm just gonna go to bed.
I'm gonna try to make 4 of these really quick. And then we'll be set for tomorrow. Oh yeah, I forgot you're using the furnaces.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Can I take them out and put mine in instead?
Yeah,
'Cause
it's no problem.
It'll be done in the morning.
Yeah, it's no problem.
And then I just need 1 more. Please don't make me pass out. Okay, okay.
Yeah, my copper isn't like of any like importance or anything.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure real quick. You
Yeah,
can
you're
take the
fine.
ones that are in the furnace now.
Okay.
We have 4 sprinklers.
Yay!
Now we don't have
Ooh.
to water them all the time.
Fancy.
Nice. Okay. I'm happy about that.
Eh.
Yeah, thank you.
And
Yeah.
now I have enough for the coop if we have enough of the material.
Okay.
I don't know if we have enough wood. I put
I think I have one.
all my wood and stone in the purple chest near the entrance.
I
Okay.
have 8 wood.
I got 96.
Might be enough. I can clear some on the farm real quick.
I hope
I'm
that wasn't a
coming.
crop I just chopped.
I'm coming.
No, I don't
I'm
think
coming.
so. It looked dead.
Okay. How many does this go on? 4. So, like this.
Yeah, we need more stone. We need 500, right?
100 stone, 300 wood.
Oh, we need a lot more wood.
I'm chopping as fast as I can.
Oh, we have enough now. I got it.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Wait, did I also need the hardwood, or was that just in there?
No.
No, that's just in there.
Okay. I'm going to get the coop.
Cool, thank you.
Thank you.
E.
I'm gonna water this. Okay.
Ooh, I got a
okay.
spice berry. Let me in. Alright, so if we all have 9 melon seeds, that means we can plant
Mhm.
27 of them.
Okay.
And
Do you want the main area with sprinklers to be the melons?
yeah,
Okay. Okay. I'll
and
start clearing then.
if we could get more iron and copper, we can make more sprinklers and plant more.
Okay.
Okay.
I will go to the mines. Well,
Hey,
I'll help Rosie hoe and plant stuff, and then I'll go to the mines.
What do you need for sprinklers?
1 iron and 1 copper. Or not
As an
the
ink-
ingot.
Oh. I think I have a lot of iron. If you
Where
guys
do
need
we-
iron.
Where do we want
I
the
have
coop?
copper too.
We'll be able to move it later, but is there any particular place?
I have no idea, honestly.
For what?
For
The coop.
Oh.
I'll just put it beside Matcha's house.
Okay.
Sure.
Or actually, I'll put it next to the greenhouse. There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll put my iron and the copper in the chest.
Alright.
Or in the purple chest, I mean. Thank you, Matcha.
No problem.
Okay. What if we put... If we were to put this in the middle, would it protect all the crops or no?
Like over here where I am?
No, I mean like right here.
It protects them from being right here anyways.
Oh,
They'll be
okay.
protected.
I didn't know that.
It protects a certain, like, amount of blocks.
Yeah, one of
Yeah.
my mods shows the area that it covers,
Oh, okay.
so I can see that this is protected.
I forgot about that. Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, so I just randomly placed the melon seeds in the square, or
I
It's
guess.
Just all around the sprinklers.
in place. Oh, okay.
What about the star fruit?
We could probably do the same with that. How
I
many
only
does
have
it
one,
say?
so
I do too.
Yeah.
yeah, I
13.
think we have plenty of room.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'll
Probably
just plant
more
mine
of these,
next
so-
to yours. Oh,
Okay.
there we go. And then Asian seeds. Should we plant them like over here?
We should definitely be nearby a scarecrow if we have more. If we don't yet,
Oh.
though, then we could wait.
So like right here. You're not we're not here, Ghosty, but
It's okay. I'm heading back. I've
I just
done all the
assumed-
chores.
I just assume like right here-ish. I should plant it.
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't have any, so I'll leave it up to
Okay.
Goosty.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll
his
just wait
worms
for
are
Ghosty then.
Don't worry, I'm coming.
No
You're
worries.
fine, take your time.
And why give me a spice berry if I can't use it for a bundle?
Spiceberry?
Yeah.
I
They
do
kinda
know I have berries in my chest. I don't know if I have a spiceberry though.
No, I got a spice berry. It's just it's not required for any bundle. I thought it was.
Oh, I thought you were saying the opposite.
Nah. At least I have food to eat now.
E.
Yay.
Is this the ancient fruit or the star fruit?
Starfruit.
Okay. I shall put my star fruit here as well.
Okay. And then the rest are melon seeds.
Right. Yeah, we definitely got enough room for the ancient seed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it here.
Okay.
And then... let me see how much fiber I got.
Oops.
Okay. Do you know what's required for the like the summer bundle or whatever?
Let me take a peek right now.
Okay.
Summer crops: tomato, hot pepper, blueberry, and melon.
Okay, we already have melon. So we need tomato, blueberry,
And hot pepper.
hot pepper, right.
All those
Okay.
should be sold at the store.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go take a look.
I'm literally going there right now, so
Okay.
um
I'm gonna work on making more scarecrows.
let's see. How much should I
Oops.
buy of each? For reference, tomato is 50, blueberry is 80, and pepper is 40.
Whoops.
Cutscene.
Oh. Cutscene. What do you want, Pierre?
Oh yeah, this is that one.
Who is that? Oh, it's Morris. I'm like, it's a frog. I'm like, who the fuck is a frog in this game?
Frog.
Frog.
He's now a frog. Oh yeah, I forgot your skin thing. That's why you're
Yeah.
saying frog.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Look at my stream. He's just a frog.
He's just a little dude.
I just looked at your screen and it was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
His derpy face.
Yeah, he's goofy looking.
Dang it. Okay, tomorrow.
I'm gonna smack this man right now.
Can't buy anything. The store is closed now.
Damn.
Oh,
Oh wait, I'm in the store. Oh wait, hold on.
I mean, like, he's away from the counter.
Oh yeah. What the fuck, Pierre? Get it together, man. What if I go back in?
can you blame him? The frog stole his customers. He had to close early.
That one's just eating something.
Boy,
Goosey?
let me eat my berry in peace.
Nom.
Goosey? Hi. Hey! Down!
Let me eat my food in peace. I got to escape the mallows coming here. Now I can actually eat
Oh no.
something other than nuggets. Don't tell them. You won't tell them, right?
Of course not.
Eyes emoji.
Oh. Alright, I got more scarecrows. And then right there.
Oh, I need to send information to well, actually, both of you about thing, which I can just do right now. Let's see. I don't know if I can find it. Because they retweet a lot of stuff.
Oh, there's fireflies. I forgot about them.
Fireflies are so cool.
They are. I loved them so much as a kid.
I only ever saw them since I've moved out east. We didn't have them where I used to live.
Really?
Monte was
Found
really
it.
cute the first time they saw them.
Yeah.
Aw.
That's my wife.
Oh, hello.
I would try to catch them all the time as a kid. I would put them in a jar, and then they would die the next day.
No.
Kids should not be allowed to capture fireflies. I'm telling you.
Yeah. I come to bed shortly.
Bedtime. Nighty night.
Good night.
$100. Oh boy.
Money?
Or goo.
Yee.
Magazine.
Hey, yo, we're famous.
Let's go.
Why
Yo.
did the sprinklers not work?
They did
Can you
work,
like
but
turn them on or?
Oh, it didn't.
Not-
Oh.
yeah.
Boo. I must have got these confused with another one.
Okay, I'm gonna wait by the shop now.
Hey.
Fair.
Mm.
What do I want to do?
Oh, hi, Robin. I'm gonna go fishing.
Him too.
Hey,
Wow.
fishing club.
Okay, 9.
How long do you guys want to keep playing for? Because I know we're all pretty sleepy.
Yeah, how long have we been going for?
1 hour and 17 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah.
up to go. Goose goose.
Hmm?
How long do you want to go for?
Honestly, I'm not for sure.
Do you want to do like one more day after this, or?
We could probably do 2 more. There's bubbles.
Okay.
Bubbles.
I got a halibut. I don't know if it's important, but I got a halibut.
Ooh, bubbles.
Okay, serious question. How many
Okay.
tomatoes, how many blueberries, and how many peppers?
I think
Cool.
it's just one of each.
Yeah.
One of these?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh god. I got a real speedy fish.
Get him! Get him!
I lost him.
No!
Oh, did I get him again? No.
Oh no, my bait's gone.
Me too.
Ew.
Twinsies.
Um. Okay, I know where to plant them. Okay. Uh, people weren't they going to make more sprinklers, or were we done with that?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember when it comes out.
I'll just leave my stuff in there then.
All good.
Um. Oh, water bowl.
Oh yes. Water the cat.
Time to put water. There you go. I wanted the bowl and the cat.
Good.
No! Oh! That was a fast one.
Oh no, it came over here. I
Oh
lost
no!
it.
Um, grape.
Hey.
We might need grape for a bundle.
Okay, I'll go check.
I can check right here.
Oh, okay.
Summer foraging. Yeah, we need a grape, a spice berry, and a sweet pea.
We did spice.
All those.
No!
I have all
I
of
ate
those.
my spice berry.
I have all of those. So I can literally complete the bundle.
Don't eat the spice berry like I did.
I'm
Don't
not.
do it.
I'm literally going there right now.
Good.
Don't let it tempt you.
Don't let it. Exactly.
Oh, but it's so red though.
No!
No. Forbidden.
I got a cola.
Yummy.
It's especially delicious mixed
Summer.
with
Oh.
seawater.
Yay.
Yay!
Yay.
And we have summer seeds now.
Cool.
I got an amphibian fossil. Ooh, and I got another ancient seed.
Ooh, nice.
Ancient seed. The boiler room opened up, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Does women pay more for fish?
I am not sure.
Hmm. Ooh, there's the iridium rod now.
Ooh.
$7,000.
Ow.
I'm too broke for that.
Ghost.
Ooh. Goose reporting for
Goose.
duty. Goose.
Other ghost. Ghost in
Ghost.
cave ghost.
Who's
Wait, is the museum still open?
probably not.
Take my fossil. Oh, you won't take it. You'll take the quartz, though.
Oh, nice.
I got pumpkins!
Ooh.
Pumpkin. I am off to donate fishies, I think.
Me
Maybe.
too. Your turn.
Yay.
Nice.
I literally have nothing else.
Oh no.
I got a
Sad.
halibut. How does a halibut not count? Tell me. It's a halibut.
Matcha.
Hi.
Hi. Oh,
I am fishing.
hi.
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 I can drink the Coca-Cola? I thought this was trash.
It is.
I'm gonna drink
Delicious.
it.
Hi, how are ya? Wait, hold up. I got it. I got it. I got it.
You. Aw.
Hi.
Man, I love fishing.
At the
That's
end
all
of
you
the
have to
day-
say.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, all that matters is fishing.
Eat, sleep, fish, repeat.
Exactly.
I don't know whether to be disappointed or sad or happy.
I have a gift for
Conflicting feelings.
I have a gift for Emily. I'm coming, Emily. I got an amethyst. I think it's her favorite. I don't remember. Is it? Yes, you love amethyst.
Dance of the
Take it.
moonlight jellies. Firefly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hello.
okay, I can give her another gift. Goosty. Hi, Goosty.
Hey. Emily. Hello. You lazy mood. Marry
I see
me.
the bad as a fan of MILF. I too love to fish Demuth Bongo.
She
I
rejected
have an idea.
me.
I have an idea.
What?
Demo.
No!
Demo, thank you so much for the 20-month, 27-month resub.
You're lucky I can't use my weapons in here. Ah! I have fire!
Yeah. Well, guess
Fire!
what? I have cave carrot.
Thank you so much, Demo. I really
Cave carrot
appreciate
solves
it,
all the
friend.
problems.
I appreciate you.
Emily,
I hope you're having a good night.
Emily, here you go. She didn't like it.
Much love, Demo. Thank you for stopping by, friend.
Hi.
I'm sorry, we kind of had like a fight, quote unquote fight, while you were saying
Just-
thank you for a sub.
Just you
It's
wait.
okay.
Just you wait. I'm gonna find a coconut and I'm gonna go give it to Haley. Just you wait. Hee hee hee.
Hope you're having a fantastic time. We're
I
having
must
a good
steal your
time.
coconuts.
Oh god, it's 1 a.m.
Run. Run.
Imagine we just end. We just imagine just we this is just the last episode.
Yeah. Oh,
Started with, like
rumble, rumble.
our friendship turned bad.
Was that an asteroid?
I think so.
Wait, I did hear that. What was that?
If it's another asteroid, my wife is gonna be pissed because I keep getting them on my farm and they're so rare.
Oh, earthquake.
Oh, an earthquake.
Hope the plants are fine.
They're fine.
You lost your purple shorts. Oh, I know
Oh,
who
God
has
damn it.
these.
I'm checking the farm
How bad
for...
is it? Oh, we're fine.
Are they super rare? Yeah, I've gotten like 3 on different
Wait.
farms.
Wait, they
and
are rare?
2 on the same farm. And they're really rare. Yeah, and if a asteroid hits your farm.
Huh. I had one hit mine too.
I'm just checking our farm to see if anything happened.
Purple shorts. Purple shorts.
What does Marine like? I need to go to her room.
Marnie?
Marnie. I call her Marine.
Oh, okay.
Where's your likes?
Oh, yeah. Wait,
Dang it.
hold up.
I had to go to the mines and hope I get a diamond.
Good luck.
Good
Right.
luck.
Oops.
Have fun.
3,
Wait,
I'm
and
gonna look
you
in here
had
for
one too?
you.
That's wild.
Fruits! We have fruits in here now.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
What kind of fruit?
We had a peach and orange and 2 spice fruits.
Ooh.
Ooh, we could donate the peach and the orange.
Oh, nice. Okay. Bowl.
Nice.
Yay.
I think, what should I do today? I think I'll go to the mines.
I need muns.
Actually, let me see if I can upgrade anything.
Shit, I shouldn't
Kinda
have drank
sweetie.
my Jojo Cola. Someone wanted a Jojo Cola.
Oh no.
Oh, I have that. Do you need it?
Nah, it's just a quest for the day. It's only 75 gold.
Oh, okay. I got it too. Where does what's his name again? Elliot or something?
Yeah. Ooh, if you still have a cave carrot, you can use it for a bundle.
About that.
No.
Oh
Did
no.
you eat it?
I gave it to Haley. Not
No.
Haley. The other one.
No.
Blue haired girl.
No. Why? My what?
'Cause chaos.
Mm.
Why is it becoming quiet?
Oh, I just realized I've had my music muted this whole time.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm like, I haven't heard any music on stream so far. That would do it. Oh well.
Mood though, honestly.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Oops.
Where does Elliot live? I'm like struggling.
He lives on the beach.
Oh, that's why I can't find him. Okay.
Can I eat sweet pea? No. Oh, Haley might like that. Mm. I'm coming for you, Rosie.
What? What's happening?
I have a sweet pea. I don't know if she likes it, but I'm just gonna throw it away anyway.
I wanted a sweet pea, and then now you're just taking it and just throwing it away.
Alright, but I could give you the sweet pea. Ooh, there's a ghost. And a slime!
Ghost.
There's only room for one of us.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sound. Hate it. Absolutely hate it.
What sound?
Water sound.
Hmm. How come?
It's
Ooh,
like
where'd you go?
slimy.
What is that supposed to mean? Rosie?
I can make a completely inappropriate joke, but I'm not going to because it's not my stream.
No!
Oh no.
Still trying to find Elliot.
I
Is
think
he
he
just-
travels around a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Let me
might
check
be
the
why.
map.
Okay.
Oh
Oh,
god, there's a lot of enemies. Oh no!
Elliot is like across from Leah's cottage on the other side of the river. For some reason.
okay.
He's trying to find the
Oh.
mills.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Like. Wait, I'm confused. How do I cross the thing? Do I wait?
There are bridges.
But you have to build it.
No?
The one that I was trying, it needed like 300 wood.
Oh, it's not over there. It's
Oh.
on the river across from Leah's house. So it's like, you know where Marnie lives on the farm?
Yes.
It's right under there.
Oh.
And then
so
he's
this way.
across the river from that. Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
I get very confused.
That's okay. I get confused all the time.
Yeah.
I am the one that confuses.
I just think of Nightmare Before Christmas song.
I am the one who confuses. I don't actually remember how the song goes. I literally just watched that movie during Halloween too. I need to watch it again.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I miss that movie.
It's a really nice movie.
Yeah, it is.
Comfy. I don't think there'll ever be another one like it, in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys have a favorite Christmas movie?
Elf, 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 elf.
Valid.
That was my favorite growing up, too.
I love Home Alone.
Oh my god, it's been playing all the time on streaming services lately. My mom usually loves it, but it keeps playing constantly on the TV, so she's like, I think I'm starting to hate it.
That's fair. I love it.
Mm.
It's good.
I don't know about movies anymore, but I like the Christmas specials that cartoons would do.
Oh yeah. Oh, I actually have another favorite Christmas movie because it's my wife's favorite.
Oh.
The Muppets Christmas Carol.
Oh, it's been forever since I
Oh,
watched that.
That one
need
is
to
so good. I think we watched it last year on Christmas Eve. It was really fun.
I need to play all the Christmas movies right now.
Yeah.
Oh god, the Bat Horde. They're coming. I need to go down.
Oh no. I watched most of Home Alone last night because a friend was playing it in a server. So I hopped in for a bit. It was great.
Okay, what version? Or not version. What number?
One.
Like first, second? Ooh. I don't
Although,
know why. Mm.
sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say, one year for Christmas, I got a box set of the Home Alone movies, of which there are like 5 or 6. But only the first 2 have Macaulay Culkin in them, so they're the only good ones.
I know! They changed the main character.
Yeah, and they're awful.
I like the second one personally.
That's also a very good one.
Do you watch Home Alone, Rosie?
no, I don't really watch many like Christmas movies or anything.
You should
That's
try
fair.
Home Alone.
Yeah.
It's a classic.
It's mainly for the violence at the end.
Yeah, Kevin's a little bit like sadistic.
He is. That's the only reason why I watched the movies. It was because of those parts.
Time to wait for 2 years from now.
What does this mean? What does this mean?
My brother is like too young to watch that.
Oh!
I want to make sure that he doesn't see it.
Is Home Alone rated? Like PG-13?
I'll Google it right now. Um,
Oh shit, I didn't know it was 10. Oh no.
Oh no.
I need to get in the center. I'm almost at 60. Let me have this.
IMDb. It's not showing me what it's rated. Hold on.
What's the movie called?
Home Alone.
Okay.
No, don't kill me. Please have mercy on me.
It's showing me like what critics rate it, not like what it is rated for children. Oh, here it is. PG.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Honestly, I'm kind of surprised some parents nowadays haven't tried to like change that.
Yeah. Some of the scenes are pretty gnarly.
True. Honestly, whenever I watched them though, I was just like, ha ha, they are in pain.
Yeah.
That's it.
Haha, edgy.
Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. Violence equals humor.
True.
Where's the stairs? Please, it's midnight.
Oh, where is it? Oh, there it is.
If I lose my things, I will cry.
Thank you for the head
Please.
pats, Rosie.
Mm-hmm. It's petting your hat.
Yeah, you're petting my MILF hat.
She's secretly trying to take it.
No!
It's true.
She is now the MILF. No, I'm gonna pass out.
Oh no.
You guys might have to explain it to me later, but I don't know what MILF means. I just know that it means, man, I love fishing, but I know it means something else.
You are too innocent for your own good.
Yeah.
That is true.
Come on, go faster, please. I have too many goods.
Run. Run,
I'm
Goosty, run.
trying.
Ghosty!
I'm right around the corner.
Ghost!
Go, 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 go. I'm on the farm.
No, no.
I passed out right at the entrance.
Sad.
Did I lose anything?
Yay, matcha!
Hey.
Yee, money.
Money!
All right, do you want to play this day or do you want to end it here?
I am
Forgot I-
tired.
Forgot I
You're
could
tired?
do a huge pound. I hit my wall too hard.
But if you guys want to keep going, it's fine.
Nah, I'm gonna call it here too.
Yeah?
Okay.
Okay.
We have the coop. It's ready for chickens.
Ghosty,
Yee.
face this way.
Where are y'all? At the coop?
Yeah. I want to take a picture. I want to take a screenshot for the next trailer. Oh, why did
I'm
it
trying
do
to
that?
get us
Hold
lined
up.
up. I'm
I
trying to
got it.
line it up perfectly. Oh, there we
Okay.
go.
Oh, hold on. Okay. Get the rectangles too. Okay, we're good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yay!
All right, I will kick you guys out.
Ah!
And
You
let
can
me
never
put
kick the
some
goose
tunes
out.
on. Too bad.
Ah!
Alrighty. Oh, Goose is floating and Rosie is tiny.
Oh, no. I am also kind of floating.
Yeah.
The goose will teach you her ways one day.
Amazing. Alrighty, well, thank you all so much for joining us today. Thank
Hey.
you,
Yay!
thank you, Goosey and Rosie, for joining me. I had a lot of fun.
Thank you. Next stream, Matcha, go.
Wait.
Oh yeah, next stream. Well, our next collab stream will be next year.
Oh, yeah,
Right?
it is.
January 10th, I believe.
Right. Hold on. Hold on, schedule real quick. 8th. 8th? Yes, 10th.
10th? Okay. Yeah, next collab with Goosey and Rosie will be on January 10th. We're taking a little break for the holidays because we're busy and sleepy. But yeah, on Saturday I'll be doing a collab with Rosie and Zawari and Lofina. We'll be playing more Stardew Valley, and I'm really excited for that.
Yay!
Yeah, for now let's do a raid. I'm gonna go raid Tommy.
Tommy.
Alright, gamers. Copy and paste whichever raid message works for you, and I will see you guys on Saturday. This Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern. No, 6 p.m. Eastern. 6 p.m. Eastern. Yes. Okay.
you sure?
Yes. All right. Take care, everyone. Have a great day. And bye-bye. Bye bye bye.
Bye bye.